in this business and yet not be trained. So trainings is something you've got to be committed to. There's a story about the chicken and the hog in terms of commitment versus involvement. Commitment versus involvement. One early morning, the chicken approached the hog, very upset, very frustrated. And the chicken said to the hog, "Hey, look here, hog. Why every time when we hit that breakfast plate in the morning, your name always comes first? Why is it always ham and eggs, sausage and eggs? Why can't it be eggs and ham sometimes?" And that hog, with that big old ugly face, looked at that chicken and he said, "Look here, little chicken. When we hit that breakfast plate in the morning, I made a total commitment to that deal. That hog had to give up his life to be on that breakfast plate. While you, little chicken, you were only involved in that situation. See, that chicken only had to lay a few eggs, but that hog gave up his life. So, very much understanding that there is a difference between commitment and involvement. Someone else many years later said, a mentor of mine, he taught me, he said, commitment is doing something that where the feeling in which you said it has long since left you. Doing something that where the feeling where you once said it has long since left you, yet you still do what you said you were going to do. That's commitment. So, Saturday trainings, be committed. We talk about our back office settings. All of your back office settings in our business globally should be 6, 3, on, and on. Not just six, not just 6 and 3, not just 6, 3, and on. It says highlighted here for you 6, 3, on, and on. Those should be your back office settings. As Ray Charles once said, make it do what it do. Make it do what it do. That's the back office settings. Primary, peak interest script. Are you utilizing the peak interest script? This is the script that psychologically works. There's a lot of people out there that's not utilizing our peak interest script. When you're peaking interest, you just want to know, are they interested? Many people are doing a presentation to find out if someone is interested. No, that's two different things. Are you interested? Yes or no? If they're not, no need to do a presentation. No need to explain anything about our business. Peak interest script. Are you utilizing the script properly? We know that the script is, for example, if there was a way. Many people start that out by saying, if I can show you a way. That makes that prospect or that guest or that potential person, business partner, look at you. What if they don't like you? What if they have bad memories of you? What if you still owe them money? Take yourself out of the picture. What if there was a way? Not if you could show them a way. Peak interest script. Make sure that you're utilizing this primary business tool. Nextly, the fourcornerleverage.com presentation. This is primary. Now, I know there are many leaders on this call that have done your own presentation, but remember, you get what you ask for. In business, you must inspect what you expect. So, this presentation is the presentation everyone should be using. This is the primary complete presentation. It's 23 minutes, but you get what you ask for. Some people put together maybe a 5-minute presentation, a 15-minute presentation, where so much of what we're doing is left out. You see? You want to make sure everyone understands what we're doing. Some things out there are saying, there's no recruiting. Get 4 people and just stop. No, no. You don't want to just get 4 people and stop. But there's some presentations out there that say that. You don't want to do that. You want to give people the full vision of what we're doing. This is the only presentation that talks about all 7 income streams from doing one team build. No other presentation does that. You have that available on your team. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? This is a primary presentation. I'm going to encourage everyone to use their primary presentation. Okay? Now, there are other presentations out there. I particularly love the one that our CEO is doing, David Harrison. 38 minutes. He really breaks it down and he doesn't get to the big money, doesn't talk about all 7 income streams, but when you have his vision out there as the CEO and founder, that is also a great presentation to use as an after to our primary one. That will definitely close the deal. Again, primary tools here, the 24 to 48 hour goal details. These are things that are in each of your possessions. If you do not have them, check with your upline. If your upline or your sponsor does not have them, if they do not know, keep going up, up, up until you find someone that can provide you these primary business building tools. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a multi-million-dollar business global operation here. This is not to be played with. As someone once told me so many years ago, in business, to be casual is to become a casualty. Don't be. Utilize this 24 to 48-hour goal details. It helps a new person understand right from Jump Street what they must do today, what they must complete by tomorrow, step by step, leaving no stone unturned. Everything from A to Z. 24 to 48-hour goal detail. Get them started properly. Primary business building tools. That is what you're writing down right now. Did you catch that? Hint, hint, hint. Clue, clue, clue. Write it down. You also have from the 24 to 48-hour goal, you've got the 30-day goal details. So you're saying, wait a minute, I've never seen that. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. If you realize right now that you have not seen that, you just move from stage 1 to stage 2. Now you know that you don't know. What are you going to do about it? Now you know that you don't know. What are you going to do about it? As Kati says, what are you going to do about it? Okay, the 30-day goal details. Follow that. That can put one on a goal or a track record of putting some $5,000 in their pocket in the next 30 days. And then, of course, you have our ultimate, the four-corner game plan. What is our game plan on this team? This is something I put together way back 18 months ago. Many of you still don't understand our team game plan. Why? Well, if today, the beginning of the year, if you're realizing right now that at this very moment you do not know our game plan, you know what? Congratulations. Welcome to stage 2. Now that you know you don't know, what are you going to do about it? Let me help you. Here it is. This is our team game plan. This is our team game plan. Ain't this a great moment in time? You're finding out now the team game plan. I'm not going to go through all the details here because you have it in your possession or you're going to soon have it in your possession. Okay? But look at some of the highlights here. Okay? 7 income streams. All are instant. We got a 4x6 matrix income. You're going to see an example of that in just a wee bit. You have the 100% match. Very unique. Nowhere else can that be said. A 100% match on all of your personal enrollees' income. Then you got the residual, the first of 2 residual incomes, as Kati likes to say. 2 residual incomes. I can't say residual the way she does, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But the newsletter residual income, then you got a 100% match on that. Then you have the Starian Global Marketing System residuals. Many of us are not utilizing that. I'm not pushing that hard right now because first, I want to get everybody understanding that first basic residual. See that. Then the Starian Global Marketing System residual. That pays a stronger upfront residual 4 times as much as the newsletter residual. Hint, hint, clue, clue. As great as that newsletter residual is, up front, the Starian pays 4 times that. And you get a 100% match on that as well. And lastly, are we really aware of the details of our products, the financial literacy products? Because we can also retail those from our own financial literacy store. And the retail is 25% more than the wholesale, which is what we pay. Are we aware of that? But I've highlighted for you on the game plan our business model game plan being threefold. What do I mean by threefold? Number one, personally recruit a qualified 20 people or more. Notice, not just four. On our team, we don't believe in making our minimums the maximum. No, we don't buy into that concept. You want 20 qualified or more. Kati and Kim has over 100 personally enrolled. We got many with over 30, 40, 50, 60, 80. What's the goal? Diamond is 200 personally enrolled. So that's why you don't want to put a message out there that all you need is four. No, 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 no. Personally recruit 20 qualified people, only three or four checkers. We talk about that. Number two, while upgrading through 6 levels of financial literacy products. Remember, our product is financial literacy. We must be upgrading all the way through level 6, where we get those $120 commissions and the matches of it. And thirdly, until our 4x6 matrix is complete, which is in excess, many in excess of over 5,500 people globally. See, we got to understand that. See, because this game plan could equate to millions of dollars. Even 90% wrong and only 10% right could still equal hundreds of thousands of dollars. I want to read this to you real quick. Leaving the game plan is a sign of panic, and panic is not in our game plan. We must stay the course, for our biggest temptation is to think we need to do something different, while instead we need to just take the time to learn to do what we must do. For success is uncommon and not to be enjoyed by the common person. See, we're looking for uncommon people because we want to be successful, not average. Let's break that down for you. Some people are uncommon by their God given natural abilities, like being blessed with a vertical jump of a Michael Jordan, or a tonality of speech like a Barack Obama, while others have to work to become uncommon, like a Steve Kerr, currently the head coach of the NBA champion Golden State Warriors, who in his playing day, who shot 500 free throws a day to make himself uncommon. But the truth is that most people have a better chance to becoming uncommon by their effort than by their natural gifts. You see, anyone can give that effort in his or her chosen endeavor, but the typical person doesn't, choosing to do only enough to get by. But we do what we do, whatever it takes. No excuses, no explanations. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our team game plan. Teach that. Teach it. Now for the how-to business tools. Are you taking notes? Here are the how-to business tools. This is all documented. The four checkers. This helps one realize that we're not looking for everyone. We're looking for the right ones. And the four checker document spells out those right ones we're looking for. Many of us have a business that's not growing. Why? Well, the four checkers helps us to understand that you have too many people in your business that's alien to the specifics governing success. That's why your business is not growing. But the four checkers, if you're only recruiting 3 or 4 checkers, now you have the right people to grow a business. I always use the example of if you had a hair salon, you got 10 chairs or 10 booths in your hair salon. Are you going to rent a booth out to your sister just because she's your sister? You love her, you trust her, but can she do hair? Is she qualified to bring revenue into your salon? Can she do hair? If she cannot do hair, you do not want her in your salon with a booth. She does not qualify. Or if there are other character flaws that she may have that would inhibit your business to grow, then she doesn't qualify. You want the right people, not everyone, the right ones. These are the how to business tools. You also have the memory jogger. We know what that is. That's a documented source of names that you have come across throughout your years on this planet. It's a great starting point to search for those right ones, the memory jogger. Sometimes we start out by trying to build this business, and what we're doing is we're treating it like it's a mama and them kind of business. It's not. It's not. Look at who you're bringing to the business. The memory jogger is a great source to start with. Edification details. I know my partner, Mr. Tracy, Coach Parker, is big into three-way calling. He preaches three-way calling. But there's a right way and there's a wrong way to do three-way calling. See, we teach edification, the details. I've always said I think this is the most powerful business tool in the building of a successful network marketing organization because it teaches you psychologically how to get yourself out of the way so that the people can focus on the opportunity and not you. Three-way calling is a science. Do you understand it? Well, this is a how to business tool that you are provided here. Edification. Understand edification. Three-way calling. Launch call details. Many of you are talking to people, rightfully so, that have built networks in the past. They have a large network of people that they can build this business with. Well, introduce them to our launch call process. How do they launch properly? What is the language? They have a source of people. They can put 20, 30, 50, 60 people on one call, utilizing edification, three-way calling, and they can get off to a strong start if they choose to. We provide you that detailed training here with Four Corners on this team. I invite each of you to look at your launch call details. These are how to business tools. Are you still taking notes? BYOPP. Hint, hint, clue, clue. We also have a document called The Secret to Recruiting. Are you aware of that document? Have you looked at it? The Secret to Recruiting. Here, let me help you with something here. I'm going to show you something real quick because I think the secret to recruiting is very, very key. Let's see if I can. Well, let me leave it to you at this. The secret to recruiting, very, very key. It helps you to understand that the secret to recruiting is you. It's you. So many people search and seek for that one right person, never finding that person, not realizing that the secret is you being the right person. How are you conducting yourself? How do you present yourself? When people see you or hear you, what do they see? What do they hear? How are you conducting yourself as a business person? Are you carrying yourself as a leader? Or are you bouncing around all over the place? Do they know you to not be consistent? Do they see that you do not have any sort of stick to itiveness about you? Are you a leader? It gives an example in that document. Take a look at it. Read The Secret to, to Recruiting. Also, leaders versus distributors. Which one are you? It helps you to realize and pay attention to how you're functioning in the business. It's a very lengthy but detailed, true, factual, personally experienced documentation on leaders versus distributors. How are you acting? Which one are you? This is a how to business tool. Please take notes. The true value of residual income. This is a how-to. We're going to be going through that in the next 2 minutes or less. We're going to talk about the true value of residual income. You are being trained right now. What's your posture? Right now, are you sitting still? Are you taking notes? Are you leaning forward? Or are you busy doing other things? Check yourself. Perhaps, do you need a checkup from the neck up? Are you in the right posture right now? We are about to talk about the true value of residual income. Is that important? Well, think about it. Your business is financial literacy. Should you not understand the true value of residual income? Should you not be positioned, taking part in residual income? And results determine your success. Great example is given in that document. Results determine success. So these are the how-to business building tools. Have you written them down? Take a look at them. If you have the ability, take a screenshot of that. The how-tos in building a business. Now, if you really understood residual income, Art Jonick said you would walk through a brick wall to get it. Hint, hint, clue, clue. So let's talk about it. As Kati likes to also understand, and she teaches, residual income is the phenomenon. It is more than a phenomenon. It is the phenomenon. For wealth creation and residual income are synonymous. There is not one without the other. You cannot have wealth creation without residual income. Synonymous, it's an adjective. It's a word or phrase having the same or nearly the same meaning as another word or phrase within the same language. Like stillness is often synonymous with silence. When you think of Warren Buffett, what do you think of? Warren Buffett is synonymous with wealth creation. Financial literacy is synonymous with wealth creation. Wealth creation is synonymous with residual income. Residual income is synonymous with wealth creation. What is residual income? Receiving income month after month after month, even year after year after year, from a task done only once that you no longer have to do. Sounds like a blessing to me. But wait, there's more. Here we have escalating residual income. What is escalating residual income? Your residual income rises month after month after month, even year after year after year. Escalating residual income. You have it here with Four Corners Alliance Group. Let's discuss it. I like to sometimes stay away from slides when I'm doing training that are very busy, because sometimes the point can easily get missed or lost in the sauce, as they used to say. But this is a very important discussion. We have to understand the value of residual income. For our business is financial literacy. Do you realize the value of your network marketing business goes up when interest rates go down? Even if you're only making a few $100s a month in residual income, think of how much you would need to have in the bank to earn that same amount in interest. Are you disappointed because you only make, say, $200 a month in residual income, which causes you maybe to think you're not successful? And so you go look somewhere else, or you go to company 123, and then you go to company XYZ, and then come back to 123, and then revisit a year later XYZ? No. Think again. In order to earn $200 per month, you would need $24,000 sitting in the bank if the interest rates were at 10%. Ladies and gentlemen, when interest rates drop to 5%, you would need $48,000 to receive the same $200 monthly in interest. Right now, as we speak, the interest rates in the U.S. are under 3%. So, yes, what some would consider a measly $200 network marketing check could be considered a $55 to $60,000 asset. Sure makes you think twice now about being disappointed with a $200 monthly residual check. Because watch what I'm about to show you now. Real business. Here is our business model. I call this the blueprint to millions. Are you paying attention? Are you leaning forward? So now that we understand and have the value of residual income, let's look and understand our business model. Many of us do not. I did a training on this a little while ago, a few weeks ago, back as a matter of fact, talking about how we learn, the four stages of learning. Let's take a look at this. This is our blueprint to millions. Okay? We must understand what we're looking at here. Many of us, unfortunately, do not. This is brilliance. See, these are our product costs here in this third column here. To maximize this comp plan, notice when we buy all these products through wholesale, we're actually paying $555. But we can do all this starting at $18 or $54. On our team, we recommend $54. This is our business model. In this business model, there are millions of dollars here you can make. See? Look at that number right there. That's if you help four people complete this matrix. I'm sorry, let me go back. Let me go back. Okay. If you help four people complete this matrix, you could be making over $2 million. 10 people, over 5 million. 20 people, over 11 million. Do you understand that? That's just the matrix money. This is just one income stream. Second is the match on it. That's what this is showing you here. So why would you want to limit people to just four when they can get 404 if they want? I don't teach that. Four is a minimum. Don't make your minimums the maximum. Okay? So let's understand that. Now let's look at a typical business example. Lean real close here. I want to talk to you for a moment. I'm talking to business people. Right now, my conversation may not be for everyone on this call. You might not be the right person for what I'm about to show you. I understand that, but I'm willing to take the risk. Some of you may be lost in this next 10-minute conversation. I apologize, but you got to know the truth. I owe that to you. I want to give you a real business example here of someone that's working and building the business, not someone playing with it. This conversation is for those entrepreneur minded people. If you think you are one, listen. As I like to say, listen like never before. Take a look at this business building example. I am showing you here, based on the last business model I just showed you. On row one, we have a 4x6 business matrix. So on everyone's first row, there's only four slots, maximum of four. So 4 getting 4 would put a maximum of 16 on your second row or second generation. 16 getting 4 would put a maximum of 64 on your third row or third generation. 64 getting 4 would put a maximum of 256 on your fourth row or fourth generation. 256 people, each getting 4, would put 1,024 people, maximum, on your fifth row or fifth generation. 1,024 people somewhere on the planet, each getting 4, would put a maximum of 4,096 people on your sixth row or sixth generation. 4,096 people somewhere on the planet, each getting 4, will put a maximum of 16,384 people on your seventh row or seventh generation. Do you understand? In this business example, I'm saying, what if you only put four on your first row? Everyone can do that. Those four each got four. You now have actually 16 on your second row or second generation. We're building the business. But on your second row, they don't even each get four. Some get no one. So you wind up with, out of a possible 64, you only have 50 people on your third row or third generation. On your fourth row or fourth generation, those 50 people, they're not serious. They're not all serious. Some of them are playing with it. There's some attrition. People quit. But out of a possible 256 on your fourth row, you only have 78. And out of a possible 1,024 on your fifth row, you only have 72. And out of a possible 4,096 on your sixth row, you only have a measly, weak, embarrassing 35 people. And out of a possible 16,384 people on your seventh row or generation, you've got 50. Shame on you. I pity you. Look, you built a business of some 305 people somewhere on the planet. What does this actually equate to in terms of money and our opportunity? Let's look at the residuals. You would have just made over $1,000 a month residually. That's with our comp plan. Now, some of you on this call have organizations well larger than 305 people. If your residual is not looking like this, simply fix it. It's probably related to the fact that the settings are not right for most of your people, and they're not on the residuals. This is only the residuals. This is coming in every month. But remember, we have escalating residual income. That means if you made $1,073 this month, next month, your residual should be much bigger than that because it's escalating residual. I feel like saying, look to the left and look to the right and say, Amen. What about the one-time matrix income? As Kati likes to say, this is the linear side of our business. You could have made over $10,000 just in this one little group where no one paid more than $18 or $54. Look at what you could have made. All of you, if you're starting today, if you're a guest and you're a prospect, as some of you are on this call, I know I have several prospects on this call, in this conversation. You're not even in yet. Each of you, in the sound of my voice, can have a group of over 305 people by the end of January, this January, certainly by the end of February, next month. How would you like to have this kind of income in addition to your household over the next 30 to 60 days? Each of you can do it. This is easy to do. This is easy to do. We teach how to do it. It's documented. Okay? This is pretty cool. I put this little piece on the screen for you to see that these numbers are not pulled out of the sky. They're based on our blueprint to millions. Look to the person to your left and look to the person to your right and say, Amen. This is real, ladies and gentlemen. I am so excited for you that you're here. Because so many people in our business right now, in your business right now, they're not here. They're busy doing other things. They're still running around doing errands, washing the cars, Home Depot, Lowe's, shopping, taking things back from Christmas. They're not here. But you are. You are. Kudos and praises and props to you. But keep it up. Keep it up. What if next week, since you're building a business, what if next week 10 people on your fourth level, remember, you only had 78 out of a possible 256. Next week, 10 upgrade to the fourth level product. $24 commission, that's another 240. 10 on your fifth row, upgraded to the fifth level product. 10 times 60, $600. Remember, look at your sixth row. Out of a possible 4,096 people, you only got 35. So what if 10 next week upgraded to the sixth level product? 10 times 120, that's a $1,200. So if 10 people on row 4, 5, and 6 next week upgraded to that product, you just made an extra $1,040. And your sponsor got the same thing because your sponsor gets a 100% match. So what if you help someone do this next week, $1,000 next week? Well, you get the same $1,000 yourself because you get 100% match on what you help someone do. If you're working with the Harry Flynn, you think I'm not going to help you, I don't want to help you make $5,000 next week. If I help 5 people make $1,000 next week, that's a minimum of $5,000 I just made. That's just on the match. What about the other 6 income streams? Oh, you don't hear me. Understand the comp plan. See, comp plans, as we teach, are in place to govern your behavior. If you don't understand the comp plan, your behavior will be improper. I heard someone say, amen. Exactly. Understand the comp plan so that your behavior will be proper. Like the FedEx sign, many cannot see the bold arrow. But whether you see it or not, it is still there. It is still there. So, like the FedEx, may we be absolutely, positively certain to use our business building tools. Now, with that, I want to thank each of you, and at the same time openly state that I pray each of you took notes, for this is the first training of this new year. Hallelujah, amen to each and every single one of you. I love, respect, and appreciate each and every one of you. I am so very glad that you're here. Now, I'm going to ask our host, Mrs. Jalene Parker, if she can help me by passing along the mic, give the presenter to our phenomenally, I call her the African ambassador for Four Corners, to Mrs. Kati and Kim. If Jalene Parker, if you can help me just pass along the mic to, let's see, I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can. Let's see if I can. Perhaps I can. Let's see. Oh, she's got it. Thank you so much. I want to thank all of you for listening. Miss Kati and Kim, if you would come in here and take over. I know you want to close with some powerful words of encouragement and reminder. Please do so right now, if you would. We're listening to you.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Miss Kati and Kim.
Happy New Year to everybody.
And right back at you.
Wow.
You might want to
Harry Flynn.
Well, you might want to turn it down just a tad because you're so loud and bold. So, but please talk to us. Please go ahead. Go right ahead.
Hold on. Just give me a second.
Great. Perfect.
There you go. Wow. That was a great training. Once again, you hit it out of the park. And for the first training of the new year, it is on point. That is what we needed to hear to keep us in line and bring other people back to the fold and refocus and see what they have been doing right and what they have been doing wrong. But it's very important. Sometimes we don't know that we don't know. But with this training, it enables many of us to realize that we have documents sitting in our inboxes that are very valuable to build this business. Training, as I always say, it is important. To be successful, you have to do what successful people do. Mr. Flynn did not get where he is today, be able to talk to us the way he's doing, just by waking up in the morning and start talking. He got trained. He committed his time. He put in time and effort to do what he's doing today. So if he can do it without bragging, sorry, Mr. Flynn, I'm sure I'm pretty smart, which means that I can do what you can do. And I am striving to do it better. So I know there are many people on this call who can be better than you and I, but just need to put it together, to commit. Because the word of this year is commitment. Commitment, commitment. Because if you commit, you will be able to achieve the goals you have set for yourself and your team. And you cannot do it alone. You have to set those goals and then get your team to also adhere to the team goal. It's very important. It's not just about you. You have to lift people up. Where I come from, we say you cannot make a knot with one hand. You need two hands to make a knot. So in order for you to make a nice bow, you need to put it together. On this note, I will say, everybody come to training. Invite people to come to training. You have the tools. You have everything. You have our ears. You have our fingers. We are here to help you and meet at the beaches of the world. But it's up to you to do what is required. Because we can only bring you to the stream, but we cannot make you drink.
Wow. Wow. Excellent.
We owe it to ourselves to do the right thing. Let's put the excuses behind. Hey, I would have loved to be somewhere today, maybe in the Bahamas. But I'm here because this is important to me. There are things that I have to do today in order to be in the Bahamas tomorrow. And this is one of the things, the training. I have to train. I have to be trained. I have to make sure that my team is on the same page and on the same line with me in order for us to get to the promised land. On this note, thank you very much, Mr. Harry Flynn, for always being the voice that we hear around that pushes us to be better. And I thank my team, my global family. That is usually very patient to me. I know I'm usually very pushy, but I don't do it to be mean. But it comes from my heart. And this year, it's not going to change because I know we are on the right path. We have the right tools. We have the right business. And we will work with you to find the right ones to build this business.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Also, very much thank you, Ms. Kati and Kim, for being such the leader that you are. But you know what? We have other leaders on this call. I don't know where they are thinking, what now, but we've got Coach Tracy Parker on the line. We've got my business partner for many years out of the ATL, Miss Stancer Novak Young. I want to just, he may have some thoughts in his head. We've got Mark Higgins, also from the ATL, the leader of Team Dynamic, on the line. We've got people from all over, and then we have others that are not even showing up on our system because of the way they're linked in, or maybe they are part of a team that's plugged in together. But I want to give an opportunity to say Happy New Year and ask if Mr. Stanson Novak Young, perhaps, if he'd like to say a word or two. I just want to give him the mic if he want to say something. If he has a thought that he might want to interject to the team, he's such a phenomenal leader. Mr. Young, if you want to say something, if you can just send me a quick chat message, I'll pass the mic on to you. Also, I want to give credence and the opportunity to a Mr. Coach Tracy Parker. I see that you're out here with your team. If you'd like to interject and say something real quick in closing, perhaps I can have the mic passed to you. If you want to say something, let's try that real quick, just for a few seconds. Ms. Jeline Parker, I think if you can just pass the mic to Coach Tracy Parker.
I think I can do that. I can send it,
Please
pass it to
do.
him.
Please do, Miss Kim. I appreciate that. And just in case you might want to say something, Coach Parker, you've got the mic. You have to accept, I think, on your screen, if he can.
Yeah.
Okay, he's got it. We're listening to you, sir. You go ahead. You have a minute or two. Go right
Well,
ahead. Give us where your
thank you
heart
so
is.
much. Thank you so much, Mr. Flynn, and everyone else. Happy New Year's to you. I just want to say what an honor and a privilege it is just to be amongst you guys and to have this opportunity to build this great business. Some of you guys don't realize what an incredible business we have, but I tell you what, this year, 2016, is the year, and the big word is commitment. And that's the one thing we should really just be pushing to everyone. Are you committed to your business? Are you committed to yourself? Are you committed more to your family and the people that you love than you are the people the people that you work for? You know, because they don't care about you as much as you think they do. But you know what? You will not lay yourself off. Your business is yours, and it's something that will set you free. So I don't want to take up much time at all, but I just wanted to pass that on out. Thank you so much, Mr. Flynn. I'm not sure how I pass this on to someone else, but I'd like to. What do I do?
You don't have to. That's fine. We
Okay.
appreciate that. I'm gonna just pass it on real quick to Mr. Stancer Novak Young. If well, it looks like I can't do that right now. He's not able to receive the mic. Someone I haven't heard from a long time. I see he's also out here, but I cannot pass him the mic either. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay. Well, listen, I tell you what, we're going to close off our training today. I'm going to pass it back and let our host for these calls, Mrs. Jeline Parker, if you would please take it back and close. And I want to thank you for allowing me to speak. We covered some very key information today, and I pray people took notes and take it to heart. We're going to be establishing a middle of the week leadership call that you guys are some of you are going to be listening out for and will be invited to. Mrs. Jeline Parker, if you would take it back and close us out today, and I'll look forward to speaking with everyone again at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the U.S., or whatever time that equates to in your neck of the woods. Mrs. Jeline Parker, why don't you take us home and thank you for letting me be a part of this significant moment in time. We cannot hear you, Mrs. Parker. You may want to unmute your line as a reminder.